Hey, it's your boy Young Guan here doing the picks, a pick six. We going UFC 261 Usman versus Masvidal 2 in Jacksonville, Florida. It's about to start up pretty soon, so let me get my picks in and upload. And then you could tell me if it's good or it's not so good. Okay? Yes. We will start off with the bottom. We'll start from the bottom. Now we're here. So we got Na and Carnelosi. Um, I looked. I think based off of resume, when I checked it, I was gonna go with Carnelosi. Um, she's a lot smaller, but she's pretty jacked, or she's huge. But I saw her fight Angela Hill last time. She got finished, but I don't know. There's a lot of fighters from China, but they gotta kind of prove it to me. Um, but I mean, based off of resume, the girl from Brazil, I don't her name is like Ariane, yeah, Ariane Carnelosi, um, and Na, Liang Na. So she's a lot bigger and got more reach, but um, I don't know. I have a feeling the competition I guess both of them are pretty young and they're both new. Um, but I already submitted my picks. I guess I could change them, but she fought Amanda Ribas, lost by knee bar. Angela Hill. I don't know any other people she's fought, but it's pretty big in Brazil. Um, it's a very popular sport, so I think I'm gonna ride with her, just based off of like who she fought. She's still young and everything, and she's pretty small. But I don't know if Na is that good. We can check her resume real quick. I'm trying to make this video short so I can upload it. Like I said, she got the reach. She's young. They're both pretty young and up and comers, but yeah, she got Agrabah. She lost to her in Heroin FC too. That's funny. It just seems like all the people she's fought, like she lost DQ. She won her last fight on a DQ. Otherwise, she'd be on a 3-fight losing streak. DQ before that, she won. I don't know, Juliana Velasquez. I think that's the one from Brazilian Bellator. So she lost that armbar. Leah Storoyova. Just seems like what Liana Jojua. Okay, she submitted her. Huh. She's in the UFC now, I think. She might be training at my gym. Yeah, that's her. Huh. I mean, I guess I could change that. The odds have Ariane Car, Ariane Carnelosi over Liang Na. So I think I'm gonna ride with the odds. I mean, I could go because she's so small and has that reach, but I also think she's really, really strong compared to Na. So she might take her down and impose her will. But I don't know. And that jiu-jitsu, and might get stopped. I don't know. I just seen a lot of new fighters from China, like the Performance Institute and stuff. A lot of fighters pumping out of China. So, but they kind of, I guess they gotta prove their worth first. I'm more of like a wait and see type. But yeah, let me go back. So I'm gonna go with Carnelosi. For this one, it's a catch 'em. So um, I'm gonna go with Molina. He's on a win streak. What am I at on time? 5 minutes already. Good lord. I'm gonna go try to speed up real quick. We go Molina over Kui Ling. I think Kui Ling is like up and down, and um, Molina is more of on a hot streak. This next one, I was gonna go with. Also, this is kind of just looking at the weigh-ins and stuff, and like the square offs, and I don't know. I kind of feel like Vargas. Uh, I picked Vargas. Um, I guess based off of. I mean, he lost his last two, but he fought in better competition and than Zoo. But I don't know. Um, he's also probably pretty desperate to win. So I'm gonna take Vargas. I think you don't want to lose 3 times in a row, and he's there. He's desperate, and I think he's fought in better competition. Um, I went with the Batgirl over Natvidad. The guy from Mongolia. I think that's Mongolia. Yeah. I don't know. I just had a feeling, and then he's also on a hot streak, and I think coming into the fight, so Navidad is up and down, I believe. Um, and also the odds are with him as well. So the odds are with Zoo, with catch him on this one, and then with Carnelo Lossi. But that was the early prelims. Sabatini from Philly, um, and Connolly from I think Vancouver. I'm gonna go with Vancouver, or I'm gonna go with Connolly. He's on a hot streak, and he's more of a submission guy or BJJ background. But yeah, I'm gonna go with him. He gets a lot of submissions and stuff like that, so I'm gonna go with him. I'm gonna roll with him. Um, I saw him hitting pads and stuff, or saw him training with I think at Syndicate or with hitting pads with Jelly. So I'm gonna go right with him. Canadians on that one. Next one, I'm gonna go with Brendan Allen. Based off of who he's beaten and the level of competition he's fought over Robertson, who and just pretty much just based off of resume. I think they're both coming off of losses, but I think Allen has a more well-rounded skill set. I think Robertson's Achilles heel is submission. So yeah, he's gotten submitted by a few people or some people in the UFC as well. Um, the last fight was against one of his most recent fights was against Marvin Vittori, and he submitted him. And yeah, so I think he gives up submissions. Let's just say that. Grant and Kulic out of Serbia and the U.S. I think this is a Sekulic is making his debut, so it's always a little bit dicey. You gotta wait and see what he brings to the table. Grant is pretty athletic, and he trains at a good gym, and he's pretty well rounded. So I'm gonna go with Grant on that one. He did lose his last fight to Rodriguez. I think Darren Rodriguez or D Rod. but he hits really hard. But yeah, I think Grant will pull this off. He's been in the UFC for a while now, so I think he'll pull it off. Um, Cowboy Oliveira and Randy Brown. Root Boy Randy Brown, I'm go with. I picked him. I think he has the reach, the size. He's athletic. He's good. I think he's had some issues with a couple people. Like he got caught against the Nico Price knockout, and then the most recent one, I think he got stopped by Vicente Luque, but Vicente is a beast. Um, Oliveira is up and down, winning and losing, but um, I don't know. I don't really like Oliveira that much. Maybe antics, or I don't know. He sometimes when you think when I see a fighter that does a lot of dirty stuff, like cheat and grab the fence, or like like pretend I don't know, like poke people in the eye, groin shots, or like intentionally do things, it kind of get a bad rep. So like I don't really care for him that much. So I remember maybe it started when he fought Will Brooks. So I'm not a big fan of Oliveira or the other Cowboy, to be honest. But so I'm going to Rude Boy Randy Brown. What are we looking at on time? About 10 minutes. All right, we'll finish up pretty soon. Jimmy Crute, he lost via submission. Smith is a submission, more of a grappling guy anyway, or he's a high level grappler, but he's also been losing a lot, but he's towards the top of the division, and Crute is an up and comer. I went with Crute, odds wise. Wait, also I'm gonna go back. So Grant's favored, Allen's favored, Connolly is, or Sabatini's favored, and Brown is favored. And then on this one, Crute. Crute's favored over Smith, because I do think Smith is. He said like these guys are big, and like it seems like that too. Like when he's fighting them, like he's getting kind of like he's kind of getting like manhandled like a lot. So even though he's gotten submissions in his last one, and then he submitted Gustafson, but I just think I don't know. I don't think he's a real 205er, to be honest. But he just fighting there. I think 85 would maybe be better for him. Like, cause he keeps saying like all these guys are so big and stuff, or strong, and he's getting dominated. So I kind of feel like maybe 85 might be better. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Crute. He's a big guy at 205. He's young, young and strong and hungry. So I think Crute will win. He's also favored. He lost to Misha Serkinov via submission, but I think he's learned from it, and he's been stopping people as of late. So I picked a Weidman because he won the first one, which was 10 years ago. But I don't know. I think Weidman might be on the decline, and Uriah Hall might be on the incline. I don't know. Since yeah. So, that might. I don't know. But that's my rule. If you won the first one, I'm gonna pick you again, because that's in the back of your mind. So I know he's been on a run. Shoeface and Bavon Lewis and Anderson, but I don't think those are great wins. I do think Weidman will use his wrestling and finish him. So again, I think. But yeah, that's my rule. So they fought before, and Weidman knocked him out, I believe. Probably ground and pound. Next one is It Shall Be Done. Shevchenko and Andrade. Andrade is gonna come forward and throw with reckless abandon. I think abandonment, reckless abandonment. I don't know, something like that. Reckless abandon or abandonment. Anyway, she's gonna come and throw, and Shevchenko is gonna counter. So I think Shevchenko wins this one. I wouldn't mind. Uh, I'm not a I'm not a huge fan of Shevchenko. Um, so if Andrade does catch her with something, or she takes her down and dominates her or something and on the ground, then it shall be done. But I don't see that happening. I kind of feel like Andrade. Um, Andrade is really strong, and if you stand in front of her, then you're in trouble. But you gotta keep moving, and Shevchenko has the skills to do that. So I think Shevchenko wins. Wei Lee and Rose Namajunas. I'm going with Wei Lee because um, first odds. Second, I think their stand-ups are pretty similar, so maybe around the same level. Along with Joanna, because I think I might have thought Joanna won that fight with Wei Lee, but damage-wise, I guess Whaley won it. But then, Rose, first fight, she took her out easy, but then the second fight was more a competitive fight. So I think they're about they're about the same, but also, I think something that Whaley, so Rose got slammed by Andrade when she lost her title, and, she just tried hard not to get grabbed, like not to get touched the second time around. So she had trouble the second time around. It was she wasn't touching her up like the first fight. So I think Andrade learned, and then also Rose. Like you could kind of see where she might have issues if you get a hold of her, or if you get a hold of her. So I think Whaley might try to just do a striking fight, but I also think Whaley might take a book from Andrade's, or take a page from Andrade's book, like to try to grab her and take her down or control her or do something. I know Rose is pretty slick with submissions, but like I think maybe Wei Lee is more well-rounded. So I think I'm gonna roll with Wei Lee. If she uses I'm gonna roll with her, but we shall see. And the main event, I believe that Usman will win. It's my rule. If he won the first one, I'm taking him for the second one. I don't care if Masvidal took it on 6 days' notice. I think he knew he was training with, I think, Kyle Dake, or on the wrestling, so they knew like he was gonna fight and try to like offer up their services late if it fell out. So I don't really think that was a big excuse. Sure, like you've been in there 25 minutes with him, now you know a little bit more. You have more time to train to defend the takedowns and defend the stalling, or like the foot stomps, or rubbing feet together, as he says, and try to land your shot. And then they said like for him to just keep moving and touching him, instead of extending, trying to knock him out and overextending yourself, and which makes you susceptible to like getting taken down or put on the fence, which is what Usman does. So, but I don't see that happening. I think that Masvidal is a big star, but I don't think Usman will lose this one. So I'm gonna ride with Kamaru Usman for that one. And we under the 20-minute mark, so we up out of here, baby.